So used to being so fucking late on too much game, niggas ain't even used to the motherfucker being able to fucking have people. I mean, have no sunlight behind us. So drop one of the coolest bombs all on a bitch. That shit do be funny how sometimes they can't hear the bombs and shit.
Oh, in there?
Yeah. Like, and it's a trip because I can't see like my settings and shit. Like, if this was to be a me only thing, I couldn't even see it if I wanted to, which is some bullshit. Cause like right now, I set it to public, but I don't know if it's public. I damn near want to just cancel. Oh no, matter of fact, it's not because I see
somebody.
Yeah, but yeah, like that shit crazy as fuck, my nigga. Like I don't know why that shit did that, because I for sure didn't set it to be a private fucking story, but whatever, fuck it. That's a hell of a listen now. What you call it? Yeah, I mean delay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, called delay. What's going on, Cousin Pooh? What's going on, Bad? Shit, nigga, I'm ready. We still didn't talk about fucking Harvey Weinstein on fucking Cat vs. Dog. We didn't talk about shit.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, and then there was bass. Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. This is your host, Yung Dolemite. Got a Too Much Game podcast. Sitting here with the super producer, Ben Ready.
Yes, sir.
How was your week, Ben Ready?
It's all right, I guess. It was pretty short. You know, it was all right. It got better during the week. How about yourself?
That's a beautiful thing. Shit, my week was cool, you know, basically nothing to report, no news is good news and shit, you know.
Very true.
You know, everything went how everything usually goes. So, yeah, man, you know, cool week.
Yeah, my fucking week is usually the same. Unless I leave out of town, but it's usually the same shit. Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Wake up, do the same shit.
And they said, who was that, Bill Murray?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool movie. For some reason, I saw that in theaters. I don't even know why the fuck I saw a movie like that in theaters, but I saw that movie in theaters.
Yeah, that was a minute ago.
Exactly, nigga. Like, I was little when that shit came out. Congratulations, Cousin Pooh. Said he got a new crib. But,
salute.
Yeah, man. In the news, Harvey Weinstein is found guilty. I often say, can we get some horns, nigga? Can we get some applause? Can we get something, nigga? Can we get something? Motherfucking Harvey Weinstein. I'm waiting for the sentencing. Because they said he was guilty on 3 counts.
Something like that, yeah. Well, that's the interesting part. Because he could be in trouble, but how much time they gonna give?
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for the sentencing, nigga. Because, you know, they could say, yeah, guilty. We gonna get this nigga 27 years of probation. We gonna get this nigga 3 months of house arrest, some public, what you call that shit, community service.
All right.
He can get a slap on the wrist. I'm glad he was found guilty, but I'm waiting for that sentencing. That's gonna be the telling. You know, that's gonna be what we really waiting for. Snoop Dogg did the red table talk. He got a spanking. He took his spanking like a good puppy. I'm not even gonna say disappointed because I'm not a fan or a follower of Snoop Dogg, honestly. You know, a lot of people probably be surprised to hear that, but I'm not a follower of Snoop Dogg. I don't trip off him like that. You know, because he has this gangster persona that I don't really believe in. You know, and I get it. Like, I salute the man. Like, don't take this as I don't respect Snoop. I respect him as a man. I respect him as an entrepreneur, a businessman. I respect a lot of the moves he make. But just me and what I was raised on of what the image that he gave me growing up was I looked at Snoop as a gangster. I no longer look at him that way. You know, and it's no slight to him or nothing, but I'm just like, you know, the way that this was handled, the whole Red Table Talk situation, like he really had no defense. And it's no problem, you know, if that's how you do your shit, because I know he got money involved, then for sure. But like, I don't like a nigga who portrays himself as a gangster, and then when something happened and you gotta apologize, you let niggas spank you like a little ass boy and you just take it. Like I wasn't a fan of that, you know. Shout out to him, but just if you ask me about it, I wasn't a fan. I ain't like that shit. I didn't like the way they basically had Jan Van Zant, what's homegirl from ESPN who got fired?
Jamel Hill.
Yeah, Jamel Hill. Like they sent them videos like, oh, you know, we appreciate you apologizing, and you know, he just was like, oh, well, you know, I like to be checked. You know, if I'm wrong, correct me. But it's like they only mentioned Kobe one time. It was all about him calling women bitches. Because it wasn't even like it was like, oh, you know, you said this to Gail did this, what you do type shit. It was more of a, you shouldn't say that, Snoop. You were wrong. And I'm like, nigga, I'd have been like, man, yeah, I was wrong for saying we was going to come get her. I was wrong for moving emotionally. But as far as what I said, I meant that shit. But nah, he didn't stand on principle. He just took the whooping and left it at that.
Did they talk about any of his music and him saying bitch and calling women bitches in his music and shit?
Yeah, he apologized for that shit too. He was on some like, you know, I said those bad words and the fans still want me to say them, but I don't even talk like that anymore. That's the way he made it sound.
Wow.
Nigga, you gotta watch the interview. You know, I could be wrong. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gotta agree with what I'm saying about the shit. Like, go watch the interview. It's on Facebook. Watch Red Table Talks. It's the last one on there. He on there like, yeah, you know, I use these words and I use this language because that's what the fans want to hear. But, nigga, all right. You know, but like I tell people, that's the reason I don't follow Snoop. He's not my cup of tea. You know, I believe in a man that stands on what he says, nigga, right or wrong. I could apologize when I'm incorrect. But if I felt passionate about what I said, I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing for something that I meant. I'll apologize if I was taken out of context. I'll apologize if I misspoke. I'll apologize if I offended you, even though that wasn't my intent. But I'm not going to apologize for something that when I said that shit, that's exactly what the fuck I meant when I said that shit. Because if I'm Snoop, I'll apologize for saying, we gonna come get you. I'll apologize for saying, we the worst. It was something else he said in there that I'd apologize for if I was him. Some other bullshit. But anyway, those two statements, for sure, I would apologize for. But calling her a bitch, no. That's how I felt when I said that shit. No apology. Fuck that. I meant that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it okay? Like, because people like when white people say, you know, they drop the N, they do something racist, they just apologize and it goes away.
Yeah.
But like, that's how you really feel. But I guess you just saving face for trying to protect what is left. I haven't heard anything about him losing endorsements or anything.
No. But they probably knew he was going to apologize.
Just playing the game. They probably, yeah, like you said, they probably called him, cut that, nip that shit in the bud.
Yeah, Snoop, you don't have to go say sorry for that shit. And again, me personally, I just stand on principle. That's just the person that I am. I'm not saying I'm correct. I'm saying that's why I don't fuck with it. Because the type of nigga that I am, like, and I'm just, like I tell people a lot, I'm glad I'm not famous. Because I never want to be put in a position to where something that I say into this motherfucking microphone, I'm going to have to come back and say I'm sorry for it, unless it was something that, number one, I misspoke on, and number two, I didn't mean to offend the people who I offended when I said what I said. And I'll apologize for the miscommunication, but I'm not going to apologize for nothing that I meant when I said it. Like, that shit out. I'm never going to do that.
Right.
If I meant that shit when I said it, I meant that shit. And I'm going to stand on that shit because I'm a fucking man. That's how I was raised. Nigga, I was raised with integrity. So I don't play that shit.
I think it was more of a. I think Oprah made a call, and that call went somewhere and trickled down. And hey, little nigga, we been letting you do good.
You better call some niggas that can whoop my ass.
You want to keep it up? You better apologize or something.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I don't get down like that. You ain't finna little boy me. Like, that's just, it's not my shit. Like, you not finna treat me like I'm a fucking buster.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, some new we seen him in a dress.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the treatment. Like, that's the reason that I take that shit too fucking serious, my nigga, because, you know, where does it stop? Like, it's a slippery slope on letting people treat you a certain way.
Right.
Like, it starts with making you apologize. Like, nigga, what won't you do? Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking money, my nigga. Like, if I could earn my own bread, especially, like I said, episode 4, I think the integrity episode was, like, it's a certain amount of money that I feel like, nigga, once I reach this, I'm gonna be calling everybody a bitch. Because now I'm making enough money to literally sustain myself. Like, if I've reached a certain level of fame, like Snoop Dogg, if he, let's just say hypothetically, right? This shit all happened. He called her a bitch and, you know, people got pissed and, you know, the whole cancel culture bullshit happened and, you know, say all the white sponsors from the network said, Snoop, we're not fucking with you. We don't like what you said. You didn't apologize. We're going to drop you from CBS and you can't do your show with Martha Stewart anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm Snoop Dogg, nigga. I can still put out music and sell it directly to my fans. Y'all can't stop my fans from supporting me. Like, what y'all gonna do? Stop my YouTube page from me doing GGN? Like, it's a lot of shit Snoop got going on that cancel culture can't touch. You know, when you a self-made person, it's a lot of shit cancel culture can't touch. Yeah, you might be pulled out of the corporate circles, but do you think Lil Boosie give a fuck about some corporations? Lil Boosie say some wild shit all the time.
Right.
And he ain't worried about nobody canceling him because he makes his money on his own merit. You know, a lot of motherfuckers make money on their own merit.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the integrity episode, the main thing I was talking about in the integrity episode is when you the type of person that makes money off your own merit, you don't have to live based on being fucking spoon-fed by another person. You know, like when you a regular person like me and you that work a regular job and we have a boss, we have to conduct ourselves a certain way because there are people who pay us.
Mm-hmm.
But if we was entrepreneurs and we made our money based on what we sell to our customers, we ain't got to give a fuck about what no motherfucker got to say because our customer is the person who we supposed to please. So if my customer enjoys me calling Gail a bitch, Gail's a bitch. And that's just what the fuck it is. Right. He wouldn't have said that if he thought, oh, my fans gonna cancel me if I say this. No, he knew because he said it in the Red Table Talk when they was like, Snoop, I know you probably got a lot of backlash when you did that. And he was like, no, actually, a lot of my fans was happy to hear me say it. I had a lot more people with me than against me when I said that.
Right.
Because that's his fan base. So it's like, nigga, if I know my fans is riding with me when I say this shit, I'm going to go with my fans. I'm not finna go with the corporate motherfuckers. But he chose the side of the corporate motherfuckers. And I'm not just going to say it was 100% a corporate situation because he said his mom made him apologize. Whether or not that's true it is what it is. But like I said on the episode before last, live from the Boom Boom Room, my mom raised me to be a motherfucking man. My mom raised me to stand on what the fuck I say. My mom raised me to say what I mean and mean what I say. So if I mean what I say, I shouldn't have to fucking apologize for it because I meant it when I said it. You shouldn't apologize for something that you meant when you said it. I don't apologize for shit that I do on fucking purpose. So it's like, that's the reason I don't fuck with this whole apology shit. Because you knew what you were saying when you said the shit. You had time to think about it. When you said that shit, you literally said, should I call it one? So you sat there and thought about that shit.
Yeah, it was premeditated.
Exactly. So whether or not it was in a moment of passion, a moment of emotion, you meant that shit.
Right.
So you shouldn't have to apologize for something you mean. I apologize that I offended y'all motherfuckers. But, matter of fact, I apologize for the fact that y'all took it as me calling black women bitches. Because I wasn't calling black women bitches. I was calling a black woman a bitch. Her. Just her. Don't even worry about everybody else. I'm not talking about everybody. I was talking about her in particular. You know, that's just like if I call one nigga a stupid motherfucker and he's Asian. I'm not calling all Asians stupid motherfuckers. I'm calling that dude a stupid motherfucker. So he wasn't talking to black women when he said bitch. He was talking to Gail.
Yeah, because he said her. Should I call her one?
Exactly. He didn't say, should I call them one?
Yeah. He
didn't say, man, black women is the worst. He didn't generalize. He was speaking to one person in particular. So when fucking Jada Pinkett Smith said, oh, I felt like you were talking to me. Why? I was talking to her. I ain't say nothing to you. I ain't mention your name or nothing. Why the fuck did you feel like I was talking to you?
Yeah, we don't even keep in contact like that on the regular.
Exactly. Nigga, they said they had never met. Literally. They first time meeting was at the fucking Red Table Talk. So it's like, how the fuck do you feel like I was talking to you? And me and you ain't got no type of fucking relationship. Like, man, I just don't feel that shit. Like, nigga, y'all niggas not finna bring me on no interview to pat me on my head. Like, nah, nigga, I didn't like that shit. You know, one thing I did like, you know, just the petty part of me. Oprah tripped and fell on stage yesterday. I got a good laugh out of that. That was a good way to cap off Black History Month.
She was like, yo, the last day of Black History Month.
Nigga, she was talking about balance. Think of the irony of that. You talking about balance and then you trip and fucking fall. You trip over your fucking feet. My, how the mighty have fallen. I enjoyed that. You know, that's just a small little tidbit that I thought was funny. I enjoyed that shit.
Hey, you can't be fault. Did anybody come out and help her, or the video didn't last that long?
The video didn't last that long, and she was on a big ass stage by herself. Yeah. So that was a small thing that I laughed at. I got a good little giggle out of that shit. Shout out to my nigga Geechee Gotti, 3-0 New Jersey twerk. You know, it ain't got shit to do with this shit, but I just gotta shout my nigga out. He handled his motherfucking business. That nigga came out there and he did his shit. Shout out to him. But what I wanted to talk about in this episode is basically the difference between humility, confidence, and cockiness. Break from that. My cousin said Michael Jackson tripped her. Nigga, it was either Michael Jackson tripping her or Kobe Bryant crossing her ass over. But seeing her fall was just funny. It was a petty laugh. Ogun, like my cousin Pooh said. But back to our regularly scheduled program. Confidence, humility, and cockiness. Whatever order you put the motherfuckers in, this is just a comparison and a contrast of those three. Like, you know, overconfidence could lead to a lot of negative situations in your life. Like we saw last week, the Deontay Wilder fight got whooped by Tyson Fury. A lot of that I look at as it was overconfidence, man. You know, overconfidence could lead to destruction. Shit go bad when you assume that you too big to fail. Like, just like when you watch the Titanic movie. You know, they felt like the ship was so big it just couldn't fucking sink. Like it was literally impossible. Like they was overconfident. Deontay Wilder went into that ring against Tyson Fury overconfident. You know, and as much as people like, oh, well, it was the suit. You had to have the utmost of confidence to wear a 45-pound fucking costume walking into the ring. Like, how cocky do you have to be? Because as a boxer, you know, historically, these niggas go in there with a little robe or some little extra piece of something that tells a story, but you don't go with a 40-pound fucking costume unless you feel like it ain't no way this nigga could beat me. You know, and a lot of times that's what leads to you getting beat. In a lot of situations, you, in your personal mind, you think you so dope You literally cannot lose. They say the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And a lot of times that could metaphorically be speaking for your ego. The bigger your fucking ego, the harder the pain of being humble. Humble pie tastes that much worse when you overconfident. You know, just like remember when Mike Tyson took Buster Douglas as a joke. Like, you can't take no opponent too lightly, nigga. No matter how much the odds are supposedly in your favor, you always gotta prepare like you going against a motherfucker that's equal to you. Like, I don't even believe in I'ma take it light on this nigga because he ain't nothing. Hell no. I go into all situations with the humility of understanding that no matter how great I am, nigga, the 70 win motherfucking Chicago Bulls lost to the Clippers that season, who probably only won 12 games. Like, it don't matter how good you are, my nigga, you can still lose if your overconfidence makes you skip a step or two. You know, niggas cut corners when they feel overconfident. And that shit fucks you up, man. You gotta learn the art of strategic humility. You know, a lot of times, even though you are super confident, even though you might have won 90 games in a row, my nigga, there's no guarantee that you're gonna win number 91. Like, nigga, you always gotta go into any situation understanding that Murphy's Law is real. Like, you know, Beast done said at the end of like the last 5 podcasts I've done, never leave room for error. You know, that's a statement of humility. You know, because no matter how good you are at a situation, no matter how good an artist, a craftsman, or any of that shit, failure happens, especially when you leave room for it to happen. Mm-hmm. You know, like the difference between confidence and cockiness, you know, it's a very thin line. You know, confidence is knowing that you can win. Cockiness is thinking that you can't lose. And no matter what you doing, my nigga, there is a possibility of you losing, my nigga. You know, like a lot of people go into a lot of situations like shit. In the battle that I watched last night, New Jersey Twerk, I think, went into that battle thinking he was going to serve Belo or Geechee Gotti. Man, he went in that motherfucker. He had the utmost confidence. He went in that motherfucker shoulders like this, like, yeah, shit. Nigga, by round 2, he was stumbling over his words, forgetting his lines, because you going in there thinking that you got an easy motherfucking win. And your opponent came in that motherfucker like, nah, we not finna do that. You ain't finna just come have an easy fight. And a lot of times I tell people, you know, the bigger and stronger you are, what a lot of people don't realize, your opponent comes that much harder at you because he know he got to. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, a lot of times it's way harder to defend the championship than to win the championship. Because when you on the way to a championship, your opponents look at you as equals. But when you've won a championship, your opponents is like, these niggas is the champs. We're going to have to give these niggas our best shot. You know, like a lot of teams will say that after you win a championship, every team you play, they on their fucking A game now. Like they used to sleep on you. Like, remember with the Golden State Warriors, when the Golden State Warriors first started getting good, when they first got Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and all of them, teams was looking at them like the underdog. Like, oh, you know, they a young team, you know, they good at shooting, but they still unexperienced. So a lot of niggas slept on them. A lot of motherfuckers wasn't really giving them niggas they best shot. Until them niggas won 2 or 3 championships. Now every game is the other team's championship. Like you know, when you 6 feet tall in street fighting, you know, like I was telling my homeboy Bab, I don't know if he's still in here, but Bab, big buff nigga, right? And you know, he be like, oh yeah, I was gonna fuck that nigga up, but he didn't want to fight. I'm like, nigga, you shouldn't even get in situations of conflict anymore. Niggas gonna shoot you. Mm-hmm. Like, niggas ain't finna fight your big buff ass no more, nigga. Like, you done got beyond the, oh, I'ma fight him. Niggas gonna shoot you. Because when you've become so formidable as an opponent, the person who you go against, your adversary, is gonna be prepared for you now. So you can't never go into a situation too confident. When you go into the fucking boxing ring or any other type of arena where there's competition involved, when you come in there looking a certain way, nigga, like back when I used to hoop, man, when I would see niggas coming to the gym and they got all type of, like, remember, they would have like the shorts from like the AAU tournaments and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, this nigga play. I know I can't be bullshitting when I see this nigga, cause he got his little hoop it up shorts on and he got the armbands and he got some Jordans on. Like, nigga, you come in there like that, I know I gotta get on my fucking game. So you can't come in there thinking because, like me back in the day when I used to hoop, everybody who knew me knew. Nigga, I come to the park with a wife beater, some regular basketball shorts, and some dusty shoes on. I never looked like I was that formidable of an opponent. But niggas would sleep on me. Because I've always been a humble dude. So I come on the court, I'm whatever, all right, pick me up, oh, you good? I'm all right. I don't never be like, oh, nigga, I got Vince Carter hops. No, nigga, I come in there on some cool shit. Because I always believe in allowing my craft to speak for me. Like, nigga, once I get on the court, I'm quiet, nigga. But once I touch that ball, nigga, it's showtime. Like, nigga, everybody who knew me, nigga, back when I was playing, nigga, I cross you up. Nigga, sit your ass right over there. Nigga, you go ahead and sit right there. I'm finna go up into this motherfucking key, and I'm gonna make a nigga famous. I'm posterizing shit. But I don't come on to the court talking like that. Because a lot of times, like I would tell niggas, I remember, I played basketball back in the day. So a lot of the references from this show probably gonna come from me playing basketball. Like, I remember motherfuckers come on the court, these niggas got the N1 basketball tattooed on their shoulder and shit. They got the Jordan dunk on the other fucking shoulder and all kind of basketball shit. Nigga done showed up with a whole duffel bag. Can't play for shit. And when we see the nigga, of course we coming in that motherfucker ready to rip his fucking head off. Cause he looks good. Mm-hmm. Nigga, when you come into a situation where you look better than you are or you carrying yourself as better than you are, trust me, your opponents is going to work that much harder to defeat you. That's the reason that I'm trying to bring all the dynamics of this shit in. I promote, I say strategic humility. Because it's nothing wrong with being confident. It's nothing wrong with being supremely confident. Because if you look at Muhammad Ali, nigga, Muhammad Ali would always say, I'm the fucking greatest. Even before he knew he was the greatest. But he also had a level of humility. Because as great as he knew he was, he also knew, nigga, all his opponents were great. And this is how any motherfucker should approach any fucking situation. Because confidence is the basis for doing anything well. But you also have to remember that, no matter how confident you are, no matter how well you do things, you can make mistakes. And that's the humility factor that you have to balance your confidence with. You have to balance the confidence of knowing that I am great with the humility of knowing that even though I am great, if I don't bring 100% of the abilities that I have, I can fail. I can lose. I can be defeated. Like I can not close this sale, or I can not get this job, or this song could be whack. As dope as Jay-Z is as a rapper, he got some whack songs. Eminem got whack songs. Name a great rapper. I'll name you 5 whack songs. Like, nigga, no matter how great you are, nigga, I seen Michael Jordan miss free throws. Like, nigga, Kobe Bryant, in the greatness of Kobe Bryant, he's the all-time leader in missed shots in NBA history. He's one of the greatest to ever fucking touch a basketball. But he's missed more shots than anybody in the history of the league. Supreme confidence. But your humility has to tell you, I can miss a layup on a fast break too. Nigga, the greatest of the greatest make mistakes. But you gotta have that humility and knowing that mistakes happen. And also the resilience to know that even though I have made mistakes and I can make mistakes, I can also rebound from those mistakes. And that's the confidence. It's a balance. It's you do good and you do bad. And a lot of times I tell motherfuckers like that's how I could see the insecurity in certain people's confidence. That's the chink in their armor. because you come in supremely confident. Like, remember Ronda Rousey?
Oh, yeah.
When she was winning all those matches, she was the picture of confidence. She was the icon, the fucking epitome of confidence. Then Holly Holm kicked that bitch fucking face off. Now all of a sudden, I want to retire.
She want to wrestle now.
Yeah, I felt like I just couldn't fight anymore. Like, you was at the top of the fucking world. You was the most confident. You was talking about you could beat Mayweather.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, she was talking like she could beat a man in fighting. You know, till she got that ass whooping, and it humbled her. And that's what I mean about cockiness and shit. Because a lot of times, you see cocky people, and you assume it's because they're very confident. A lot of times, cockiness is a mask for insecurity. You know, a lot of times you just overcompensating for the fact that you're not really confident at all. You just trying to psych yourself up, and you trying to psych other people out into thinking that what you saying is the fucking truth. Like me and you, we from the street. We all know some nigga who talk that, nigga, I'll kill everybody in here, nigga. I don't give a fuck, I'll beat everybody ass, nigga. Say something, nigga, run up. What you want to do? And can't fight for shit. He doing all that shit, so you'll look and be like, man, this nigga crazy motherfucker, nigga. I ain't gonna do shit to this nigga. This nigga's a fool. But in honesty, he don't want to fight. That's why he doing all that shit, because he know you might be intimidated if he do that.
That's the defense mechanism.
Exactly. And a lot of black people got it. I think it was Eddie Murphy saying that shit. Like, we got this defense mechanism where we act real tough and we be bucking up on, nigga, say something, nigga, do something. Because we think you gonna back off. Like, oh, shit. He did a joke about that shit in Raw when he was talking about the little Italian dude. That nigga said he did his little buck up act. He said the Italian dude was like, yeah, come on. He was like, ooh, shit. He didn't fall for it.
Call my bluff.
Hell yeah, nigga. Like, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, they try to use this fake overconfidence to compensate for the fact that they not confident at all. That's what I seen in Holly Holm. Because if she was truly confident after she took that loss to Holly Holm, it would have been like, oh yeah, you know, she caught me with a kick, but I see where I fucked up at, and now I just gotta improve, and me and her gonna go back at it. You know, because I look at Deontay Wilder. I feel like that's true confidence. He was a little overconfident because he went into the ring with that big ass suit on, but he also is like, we finna do this shit over. It's not no situation where he like, I think I want to retire from boxing, or I don't think I can do this. No, nigga, I know I could do this. I'm confident enough to know that when I come back, I'm not finna have no 75-pound suit on. I guarantee you he probably gonna lose weight. He gonna come back more toned. He gonna come back with a better strategy. He gonna recruit, and he gonna come back better. You know, because that's what real champions do. That's what real confident people do. You have the confidence to know that just because something didn't go my way, don't mean I can't make it go my way the next fucking time. You know, like, that's the difference between confidence and cockiness. You know, the difference between being secure in yourself and being insecure. Because insecurity gets exposed in failure. You know, like I always say, I don't really judge my friendships until something bad happened, because I can't really trust you until I've seen what you do when shit goes foul. You know, it's easy to root for a team when they winning. You're on a 50-game winning streak. Yeah, that's my squad. Because you know, oh, these niggas gonna win. These niggas gonna win. So when I root for this team, they gonna look good, and I'm gonna look good because I'm rooting for the fucking winner. But what you gonna do when shit go foul? What you gonna do when your team is losing? Are you still gonna root for that team? Because that's how I look at my friends. Like, are you still gonna fuck with me when my money ain't right? Are you still gonna fuck with me if, God forbid, I gotta borrow $5 from you? Or, God forbid, I need to sleep on your couch? Or, you know, use something of yours? Or I need you to take me to work a couple of times? Like, that's when I know who my real friends are. You know, like, that's the real shit. Because it's way easy to feel confident when you taking victories. It's very easy. Like I was saying old pimp I talked to back in the day, he said the best thing that could happen in the career of a pimp is to lose his first prostitute. Because you know that you can take it now. Now you know, okay, for sure. I lost her, that hurt, but now I could go get another one and I could keep on fucking pushing. You know, I look at that in life. The best thing that can happen to a motherfucker in any circumstance is losing. You know, that's what fucked Holly Holm up. She probably came into MMA and her whole career she was win, 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 win. So all she understood was victory. You know, and then when that loss came, it shook her whole fucking mind frame. You know, because like with Mayweather, you know, the opposite side, not even say the opposite side of the spectrum, because he was also highly successful. But what a lot of people don't know is his professional record is 50-0. But his amateur record, he has a loss. And when he lost in the Olympics, you know, he lost in the gold medal fight. And it wasn't that he got beat up either. It was a disqualification. But at the same time, he realized how much losing hurted. You know, whether or not you get beat or you lose on a disqualification, nigga, losing fucking sucks. But you also take shit that much more serious when you understand that failure is an option. You know, like a lot of people, entrepreneurs, just people in fucking general, people who have taken L's in life always take shit more serious because they know what L's feel like. And they know I'm not finna let that shit happen again.
Facts.
You know, like the reason I go so hard, I work so hard, I do so much as an adult is because I know what it's like to not eat for a day. I know what it's like to sleep in a car. I know what it's like to be homeless. I'm not finna have that shit happen to me. I damn sure ain't finna let that shit happen to my fucking kids. You know, it's a lot of shit that happened to me in my life. I work very hard to make sure my kids don't have to have the same fucking childhood I did. Even though my childhood is what made me the man that I am today, I'd rather my kids know it through my stories than experience. And the thing is, I understand that my kids are going to experience failure. You know, so that's something that I have to teach my kids as well. Yes, you're going to fall on your ass. You're going to fuck up. You going to make mistakes like my son. I bought my son a dirt bike. I think he was probably 5, 4, something like that. Man, he jumped on that motherfucker. Me and my cousin, we let him get cracking too. We just, you know, sat him on that motherfucker, said, look, this is how you make it go. You pull this throttle back. Because my son, he learned how to ride a dirt bike before he knew how to ride a bike. We put him on a dirt bike. Go ahead, Deuce. Get on. Man, that motherfucker got maybe 4 feet. Pow! Straight to the ground. Crying on the floor, fucked up, right? Now you see how that feel, Deuce? You know, when you don't do it right, you fall on your ass. You know, so the next time he got on that motherfucker, put his feet down. I'm like, all right, Deuce, here go how you do it. You ride that motherfucker slow. You know, you can't go into shit thinking that your first time you just gonna be great at the shit. Because that's not how life works, nigga. Sometimes you gotta bust your ass to learn. You know, that's you know, pain is one of the best teachers on the planet. You know, they say experience is the best teacher, but the reason experience is the best teacher is because experience comes with pain. You fall on your ass gaining experience. You fail gaining experience. You hurt yourself. You get betrayed. Shit happens. That's why experience is your best teacher. You know, and I always talk about, you know, multiple times on this show, man, you know, you got to embrace failure. You got to understand failure. Failure happens. It ain't nothing wrong with that. We all fail. You shouldn't take failure as something that's the end all be all of what you're doing. You know, like as entrepreneurs, you know, you have a failed business. You have days where you don't make no money. You have situations that don't go in your favor. You got to look at that situation, what caused that situation and how that situation happened, and just learn from it and not do that shit again. You know, it's not something that you should look at like, I guess being a businessman ain't for me. Or, you know, you miss a free throw. Oh, I guess basketball ain't for me. No, motherfucker. People miss shots all the time. People's businesses go under all the time. Donald Trump done went bankrupt, what, 4 times?
Still.
Exactly. Like, nigga, you don't let that shit fuck you up. Like, people be like, oh, Donald Trump ain't no good businessman. He done been bankrupt all these times. So if you a better businessman than him, then why he a billionaire and you broke? Like, what fucking sense do that make? Like, you can't look at another motherfucker's failure and say that they not good. Like, you watch basketball and you see the nigga get crossed over by Allen Iverson, or you see Curry hit a 3-pointer in a nigga face, you're like, this nigga weak as fuck, nigga. This nigga only got 5 points. This nigga's sorry. He in the NBA. You on your couch watching him play. He sorry? Really? That's interesting. You know, it's like you look at the failures of others and you try to judge them based on their failure, not realizing that they a big fucking success. You know, just like getting dunked on and getting crossed over. Like, man, I'm getting crossed over in the NBA, nigga. You getting crossed over at the park. I'm a failure. Like, nigga, you know, we equate failure and success to the wrong shit. You know, and that's why you should be confident in anything that you're doing. Because even though you may fail in what you're doing, trying in itself is a success. You know, like me, I just carry the small confidence that no matter what I do, I know that there's a possibility that I could be successful. You know, and a lot of times that's all you need to become a success. Like, you know, Nipsey said, nigga, the genius thing that we did and all this shit is we didn't quit. You know, it wasn't like a magic fucking bullet or none of that shit. It just was, nigga, no matter what happened, we just knew that this was the mission and we was going to accomplish that shit. You know, and again, like I say, with the measure of humility and everything, you know, nigga, when you a humble motherfucker, you have to work at this shit. You know, like a lot of motherfuckers go into a lot of situations. Like I remember talking to a basketball coach, not my coach, but he was a basketball coach, and he was telling me his least favorite players are the kids who already tall. They parents already done told them they the greatest, and you know, these little niggas done already, they know how to dribble behind the back already. He said, because you can't coach these niggas, because they so in their mind that they Michael Jordan already, that they don't want to learn nothing. They lack humility. They're not coachable. But the humble kids who know I ain't the tallest, I'm just gonna outwork these niggas. You know, that's the humility in a person. And the thing about, you know, like I was talking about on the Kobe episode, my favorite trait that Kobe had was he was willing to outwork every motherfucking body. Like, even though he had the confidence of knowing he was the best fucking player on that team, one of the best players in the league, he had the humility of knowing that if I don't come in this motherfucking gym at 5 in the morning and leave this bitch at 8 at night, I won't be the best motherfucker to ever do this shit. You know? Like, that's the thing, you know, humility is the thing in your mind that tells you, you got to work hard no matter how good you are. You know, humility is the trait of those who understand that even, you know, no matter how good I am, there's a motherfucker better than you. My mom always told me that shit when I was little. I don't give a fuck how good you think you are. It's a nigga out there that's going to beat you. You know, every dog has his day. You might beat up every little nigga in your neighborhood, but it's going to be a nigga 3 blocks away that's going to beat your ass. You know, so you got to carry yourself like that. You got to have the humility of knowing that, nigga, that opponent is out there somewhere. That situation is out there somewhere. No matter how good you are, no matter how successful you've been, failure out there waiting on your ass. You know, it's like in the book The 48 Laws of Power. You know, law number 1 is never outshine the master. You know, have you read 48 Laws of Power?
Mm-mm.
Good book. Robert Greene. Good author. I highly suggest it. You know, but I'm not saying like never outshine your master in a sense of never get better than the person who taught you. But like in the story about the little kid who played basketball, like, you know, the people who are trying to teach you something, they're a lot more willing to work with you when you come into a situation humble. Like, you know, like my wife, she trains bus drivers. You know, and any person in a position where you teach people, your least favorite student is the motherfucker who want to come in here and show you that they know more than you. Like, you know, like if you train a new employee at your job and he like, oh man, I already know how to do this shit right here. Oh yeah, man, man, don't even worry about it, man. Just let me get the thing, man. I'll do it. I know how to do it. Like, nigga, you in a position where you're supposed to be learning, and 9 times out of 10, those be the motherfuckers that end up the worst. Because they came in assuming they knew everything you knew, and really you don't know shit. You know, like how they say the wise man understands that he knows nothing, but the foolish man thinks he knows everything. You know, like in any situation, when you trying to come into some shit, like nigga, me personally, whenever I go into a situation, even if I do feel like I know everything the teacher finna teach, I'm still gonna sit there and try to learn everything that motherfucker know. Like something I tell my kids when I drop them off to school, man, learn everything the teacher know. You know, but you gotta shut the fuck up to learn. You gotta come into the situation to learn. Shut the fuck up. You know, humble yourself. Because even if you feel like you more successful than a motherfucker teaching you, like I always say, you can learn from a baby. You could learn in any situation you go into if you have the humility of understanding that you're coming into a situation to learn. You know, and that's what he mean by never outshine the master. When the person comes in any situation to teach you something, humble yourself and just listen to what this motherfucker got to say, because you could learn a lot by just shutting the fuck up. You learn a lot through just being humble. And again, you can be confident. You know, the thing is, a lot of people don't understand that confidence and humility can occupy the same space. Like, they think that confidence and humility are opposites, when really it's like the yin and the yang. Like, them motherfuckers fit together in a perfect fucking ball. Like, it's 50 and it's 50. There is situations where you have 50 of one and 100 of one, or 0 of one and 100 of one. Like, you got too much humility and too much motherfucking confidence. Like in the ego episode, I forgot what I named it, but I was talking about ego in that motherfucker. I'm gonna have to remember what I named that shit. But anyway, basically what I was saying was, it's possible to have too much confidence, but it's also possible to have too much humility. You know, like, you've been around people who, like, just say in rap terms, you know, this nigga rap his ass off, but he hear another nigga that can rap good, and now he don't want to rap because he intimidated by that nigga who can rap good, even though he could probably out rap that dude, but he's afraid to rap with that dude because he's in fear that, oh, if I rap and he rapping, he better than me, oh, niggas gonna be shitting on me. Like, nigga, that's way too much humility. You should have the confidence in knowing that even if I rap against this nigga, even if hypothetically this nigga out raps me, my confidence is telling me that I'm still dope. You know, like when I watch battle rap, like, somebody gotta lose. But the thing is, both of them was dope. You might have lost, but you still dope. Like, that used to be my thing when I used to play basketball. Like I said, I used to be dunking on motherfuckers, crossing niggas over and all that shit. But when somebody dunk on me, somebody cross me, oh, you got crossed over. Don't even worry about it, pimp. I got him on the next play. Like, that's my confidence, nigga. Just because you did that to me that one time don't mean I'm sorry now. Like, all of a sudden, my damn legs done fell off and my ankles don't work no more and I can't play defense no more, nigga. You know, it happens to the best of us. I say that shit a lot. You'll hear me say it happens. If you know me, you'll hear me say it happens to the best of us thousands of times. Because that's something that I stand on. That's something that I believe in. And as matter-of-factly as I say it, it's a powerful statement. Because, nigga, no matter how great you are, nigga, like they say, nigga, my how the great has fallen. Nigga, David beat Goliath. Goliath was a giant, the greatest champion and all that shit, and got beat by a little kid with a slingshot. You know, like, nigga, overconfidence, that's a no fucking bueno. Like the story of the tortoise and the hare. Like, nigga, the hair figure, nigga, I'm a bunny rabbit. This nigga's a slow ass turtle. Of course I'm a beat him. And y'all know how that story went. It's like, man, overconfidence is never a good thing. Like, you gotta have a measure of humility. Because no matter how great you are, losing is a great possibility. Like, it happens, you know. So, like, I just believe in always being humble. You know, a big part of being humble, like I said, in being in a position to learn, man, shutting the fuck up. You got to learn to shut the fuck up. You have the right to remain silent. You know, something that I say a lot, confidence is quiet, insecurity loud. You know, this is something that I always would tell my little cousin just about, like, people who floss online. Like, niggas who I know who show off a lot, I look at that shit as an insecurity. Mm-hmm. You know, you always want to have the flashiest clothes and the flashiest shoes and the most flashy jewelry, and you all on social media showing off everything you buy and everything you do. Like, what are you covering up? You know, like women would always say, you know, a car is an extension of your penis. Like, you overcompensating for something. You got that big ass car because you got a little dick or something. Like, what are you trying to cover up that you lacking in life? You know, like I tell my cousin, I wear shit because I like it. Me and him go back and forth and bump heads a lot because he don't like my style a lot of times. You know, I call it a fashion acrobat. Like, I'm willing to try some shit. I'll wear some colors that you wouldn't really think go together. Or I'll wear like some yellow shoes or some weird shit because, you know, if I think it look good, I'm gonna wear it. But like I tell him, you know, with me, I don't give a fuck what other people think. And I feel like that's like one of my fucking superpowers. Like, I don't give a shit. If I step out the house, 9 times out of 10, people, oh man, damn, Dole, I like your shoes. Oh man, I like that hat. You know, that outfit, that shit fly. But if I got the opposite, I wouldn't give a fuck. Because, you know, my confidence is in the fact that I feel like I look good because I thought it looked good when I put it on. Just because you don't think it looks good don't mean shit. But a lot of niggas, they insecurity is, oh man, I gotta have Gucci shoes. I gotta have a Louis Vuitton belt. I gotta have a Givenchy sweatshirt on. I gotta have like the expensive shit because if I don't wear this, people won't like me. People won't think I'm stylish. Girls won't like me. And it ain't even about that type of shit. Like, you know, when you confident, you could wear a white t-shirt, some khakis, and some white Adidas. And as far as you concerned, you look good. You know, because the most stylish thing a motherfucker could wear, honestly, is confidence. You know, if you wearing what you got on confidently, it becomes stylish. You know, like back in my day, nigga, I didn't even dress nice. I wear a fucking white tee, Chuck Taylors, and khakis every fucking day. Literally every day. Or some Reebok Classics or just some Nike Cortez or some shit because I couldn't afford much. But the thing that I carried that made women still approach me and fuck with me was confidence. I'm like, bitch, fuck these clothes. I'm fly when I'm butt ass naked. So don't even worry about the shit. Like, these clothes ain't shit. You know, like what they say, clothes don't make the man, man make the clothes or some shit like that. You know, I don't know how they say it, but it's true. Like, you know, your money don't make who you are. You know, like how they say, you know, make the money, don't let the money make you. You know, don't allow your financial situation to be what your confidence is in. Mm-hmm. Just be, you know, because you might have money today, but one mistake happened and you broke.
Trying to jump off a bridge.
Exactly. And what? You not gonna be confident no more? You not fly no more because your money ain't there? Like, you know, you just gotta let your own personal confidence speak. You gotta be confident enough to know, even if I make this mistake and this money gone, nigga, I'm still me. Right. I could get this back. And even if I don't got the money, I still got my personality. I still got my morals. I still got my principles. I still got my sense of humor. I'm still the same person I am, whether I got $1 million in the bank or I'm $1 million in debt. Mm-hmm. You know, that's confidence. You know, insecurity is, man, I got this much money. I got this job. I got this position. I got this woman, I got these friends. Like when niggas brag on shit like that, I immediately look at them as insecure. Because nothing that you bragging about is tangible when it comes to you as a person. Everything you talking about is superficial shit. Who you fuck with is superficial. Who you know is superficial. What you have is superficial. What belongs to you is superficial. Who you around is superficial. Where you at is superficial. Who are you? If you not confident in who you are, you not confident. Like me, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit, nigga, because I've had and lost this shit multiple times. I done been broke. I done been balling. I done been broke again after balling. But throughout that whole thing, the thing that was never shook was my confidence. Because even though I lost what I had, I knew that I could get it again. You know, so it's like, fuck the bullshit, nigga. I just believe in being confident. But I was also humble in those times when I had it because I knew I could lose it. Because I knew there were times when I didn't have it. And, you know, whether or not you feel you deserve something, whether you deserve it or not is fucking irrelevant. You can still lose some shit that you deserve. You know, the best team don't always win the championship. You deserve to win, but that don't mean you're going to win. Like I always say, in life, you don't get what you deserve. You only get what you have the leverage to negotiate, you know, or the talent to acquire. Like it's not about what you deserve all the time. You know, we all deserve to be loved. We all deserve to have money. We all deserve fucking health care. That don't mean we gonna have it. You know, we all deserve rights. It's a bunch of shit we deserve, but that don't mean we gonna get it. That's not how life works. Life ain't on what you deserve. Life is on what you willing to go get. You know, so I just believe in being confident in your ability to go get it and humble enough to understand that you gonna have to work for no matter what the fuck it is. Because a lot of times, overconfidence tells you, I deserve to get it, so I'm just going to have it. You know, I should beat them, so I'm going to beat them because I just feel like I deserve to beat them. You know, a lot of motherfuckers come feeling like they entitled to the championship. Like, you know, like you'll watch the Warriors play against the fucking Kings. And sometimes, like, they'll say, like, we beat ourselves. We went in there overconfident. We took them for granted. We look past our opponent because you go in there thinking that you deserve to win. So victory just gonna happen. Victory don't just happen, my nigga. Like a saying that they always say in sports. That's why they play the game. You know, because no matter how good one team is and how bad another team is, upsets happen all the time, my nigga. If you follow college basketball, the bracket busters, nigga, the shit will be easy if the best team always won. The shit will be easy if the team that was supposed to win always won. But that's not how life works. You know, and that's why you got to have the humility to understand that no matter how overmatched you are, no matter how much you feel like you should get something or you deserve something or something should happen in your favor, it ain't always so, especially if you take something for granted and you don't do everything that you're supposed to do to get that shit done. You know, and it's like no matter what your level of introversion or extroversion, you must find balance. You know, a lot of what I'm talking about is all in balance. You know, you gotta realize, like I said, two things can occupy the same space. Being an introvert and an extrovert as well. You know, me and B talk about this shit a lot. We not good marketers. We not that good at talking to strangers. Like, we like to stay to the niggas we know. Like, I like to talk to niggas who I'm comfortable with, who I'm familiar with. You know, but in life, you gotta have that balance. As much as I like to only fuck with my circle, I know I gotta talk to strangers sometimes. You know, and that also comes with confidence. You know, motherfuckers be confident in different areas. Like, I'm confident in my ability to speak into this microphone in front of me and this nigga in this motherfucking studio just chilling, shooting and shit. It's a whole different situation when it's 1,000 people looking at me. Hey, too much game, do that. nigga, I might have a whole different look on my face. Nigga, I might be pouring, sweating some more shit. But it's like, you know, you gotta be able to have that balance of, you know, being introverted and extroverted, man. Like, you know, I gotta realize sometime, man, I gotta do some shit that I'm not comfortable with. But I have to be confident enough to know that I could do that shit. You know, and that's something that I tell people that's like introverts like myself. Because we went to the podcast pit event, last week or the week before? You know, he was like, yeah, man, you good at talking to people.
Right.
Not really. I'm just good at talking to certain people.
Got it.
You know, I'm comfortable when I'm talking to certain people. But other motherfuckers, like when we did that day party, wasn't as confident. Whole different shit.
You still did great though.
Yeah, but you know, that's just cause, you know, me in the way that I work my mind, I just be psyching myself up like, nigga, fuck it. You can do anything. You know, that's just some shit that, like, when I was driving on the way there, and this is something that I tell motherfuckers, not on this show, but just something that I'm gonna have to start talking, you know, mentioning more. Affirmations. Sometimes I just sit there and tell myself, you can do anything. You can do this shit. You've done well before, and you gonna do great now. You've done well before, and you gonna do great now. Even if I feel like I'm gonna do shitty, I'm not finna talk myself out of shit. You know, because like I'm saying about confidence and humility, you know, the humility could work against you when you feel like you can't do something. When you feel like somebody is better than you or something is too big for you. But, you know, your confidence has to overpower that in a lot of situations. You know, so you got to basically self-reflect and tell yourself, all right, this is humility getting in the way. Or this is confidence getting in the way. I'm being too humble. Or I'm being overconfident. You know, because a lot of times, like I remember back when I used to hoop, I would be like, we gonna have to take these niggas serious. I know they haven't won a game and we undefeated, but we gonna have to ball out because stranger things have happened. I say that shit a lot too. Like, just because them niggas ain't won a game yet, they might come in this motherfucker with the mind frame of punching us in the fucking mouth.
Something to prove.
Yeah, and we come in there like, we finna beat the shit out these niggas. And then we looking up at the scoreboard like, how the fuck are we losing by 5? We only got 2 minutes left. Like, it's happened, my nigga. Like when you watch the Cinderella stories on March Madness, nigga. Because March Madness is coming up. A lot of these Cinderella teams beat the best team. Like, remember, you know, and I'm so glad I could use this reference. It feels good. Remember when the Warriors beat the number 1 seed Dallas Mavericks when Dirk won the MVP? That nigga cut my mic off.
Yeah,
but
I remember that,
yeah, but you know, again, you go into a situation way overconfident, like, nigga, we the number 1 seed. These niggas are 8th seed.
Dog the fuck up.
Nigga. Shit. When the Cavaliers beat the Warriors. They had that 3-1 lead, and you come in that motherfucker with your chest poked out like, a team has never come back from a 3-1 lead. Just like when it happened with Dallas. The 8th seed has never beat a number 1 seed. It's never happened. And you go in there like, yeah, exactly. Never happened. It's not going to happen this time either. And you go in that motherfucker, get punched in your fucking mouth. You know, so to put the bow on this motherfucker shit, man. Always remember that in order to be great, you got to be confident. You know, but it has to have a balance with humility. No matter how confident you are, my nigga, you got to have the humility in knowing that, you know, you can lose. You know, confidence knows you can do it. Humility says you have to work to improve. Confidence tells you you're the best. Humility tells you you can be better. Confidence says you're going to win. Humility says go hard because victory not guaranteed. So remember, you got to be balanced to be great. And I'm going to drop the mic on that shit. This has been your host, Yung Dolemite, of the Too Much Game podcast. Sitting here with the super producer, Ben Ready.
Yes, sir.
If you would like to support us financially, it's patreon.com/Townhouse Media, House Media. Support all the Townhouse Media podcasts. Seriously Not Another Podcast, Friday nights at 9. They coming back Friday the 13th. Being ready and motherfucking AC. God damn. It's been too long. No Rules Podcast, Wednesday evenings, 5 p.m. Hump Days and Never Be the Same. And of course, Talk Flirty Podcast, Talk Flirty Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Great fucking show. The Seriously Not, I'm tripping like a motherfucker. Cat vs. Dog Podcast.
There you go.
Yeah. Cat vs. Dog, Sundays, 3 p.m. Me and CJ arguing like a motherfucker. And of course, the Too Much Game Podcast, live at 5 on Sundays. Y'all already know how I give it up. Man, y'all check out the fucking Cat vs. Dog Podcast tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. at the Podcast Pit LA. It's going to be at the Down and Out Bar. The details of that shit is all over my social media profiles. So follow me on social media at Yung Dolemite, YUNGDOLEMITE _ On Instagram, don't forget the _ Twitter, no _ Follow me on YouTube, the Too Much Game Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you listen on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, man, leave a rating and a review. You know, let me know how I'm doing this shit. You know, I ain't got no iPhone, but I had somebody tell me what you said and shit. Email me at Too Much Game Podcast at gmail.com if you want to email me about any topics. And I think that might be it. You got any closing words, B?
Man, don't leave room for error, baby.
A fucking all-time classic, nigga. That's gonna be this nigga's version of thank you, good, God bless you, and good night and shit.
That's it.
Man, y'all already know my shit, man. I ain't here to help you get bitches. I'm here to help you get better. Too Much Game.